Some local businesses in Georgia say a recent bill in the state Senate would have benefited smaller businesses.
Specifically, smaller breweries. Senate Bill 122 failed to make it out of committee by a specific deadline. If passed in the future, this bill would allow small breweries to sell directly to retailers instead of being required to move their product through distributors.
Now, current law says breweries can't even donate products without going through a distributor. And one local business says this restriction drives up costs for beer and ale from smaller sources.
News Channel 9's Meg Doyle has a story.
It's disappointing. It's really disappointing.
Small breweries like Dalton Brewing Company will have to wait to potentially be able to sell some of their own product directly to retailers.
The small restaurants, they like to offer local, and so it's a symbiotic relationship between the two. And so the bill, I wish it would pass not just for us, but also for the local restaurants.
The brewing starts here at Dalton Brewing Company, and that restaurant on the corner buys their beer. But in order for that restaurant to actually receive the beer, the distributor has to take it to a warehouse in Atlanta first. This bill would allow small breweries to sell up to 3,000 barrels directly to retailers in a year, within 100 miles of the brewery. Brown says the distributor eats up about 30% of their cost.
We can wind up making the same margin while making it cheaper for our local businesses that we can distribute to. So it's sort of a win-win for a small community brewery like ours.
However, distributors say this bill would undermine Georgia's carefully crafted laws. In a statement, the executive director of the Georgia Beer Wholesalers Association said, quote, local retailers and restaurants would have to take on the burden of dealing with multiple brewers rather than a single distributor delivering to their stores. And small breweries would have to compete on distribution volume, requiring time and resources they don't have, end quote. Co-sponsor of this bill, Senator Huffstetler, says Georgia has the strongest wholesale lobby in the country.
You have monopolies. They don't want any competition. They're strong. They shell out a lot of lobbyist money, and it keeps what should be a free capitalistic marketplace from happening.
The bill has to either be attached to another bill to pass this year or wait until next year.
This bill on the Senate floor and on the House floor would pass overwhelmingly, but getting through people that are stopping it is the problem.
In Dalton, Meg Doyle, News Channel 9.